Well, let's take a look at hoop 2. Did some work yesterday, I think it was. I got some of our trellis lines set up, our cucumbers on the back row there, and then our tomatoes were starting to get pretty big. So I needed to trellis them, so I just set up some rope up along the top purlin supports, and then put down our string line. And then today, Jill was able to get out our grow bags. So we are using these, let's see, 3-gallon grow bags of coco that we got from FloraFlex. We've been getting a lot of stuff from FloraFlex lately. We are using their top trays. I can't remember what they're called. It's part of, I think, some of the matrix system. But basically using a lot of the clips that they've got here, so that when the water turns on, we get a nice even distribution around the entire top of our grow block. And in that way, it's not just like a stake going into one section. We can try to distribute all the water throughout the entire block. It's really good for like early stages of growth, because while the roots haven't completely gotten to the bottom into the media in the bucket, we want to make sure that all those roots are getting out here onto the actual grow block. So you can kind of see that the roots down here, they do start to come towards the sides. So it is very important to try to saturate the entire block, and that way you get a lot of good root development all throughout the block and not just through like the center core. But yeah, these have been really nice to have. It does kind of block a lot of the algae, so there's not a lot of algae buildup on the very top, because it's also shading the top of the block. So we started doing that. We got these out here this year. Jill just moved these out, but the idea is that we are really liking the way that we're doing companion planting out in our soil beds. So we wanted to try to do the same thing out here in our Dutch bucket system. So in between each plant, we're putting rotating between marigolds. We've got basil, and are you putting alyssums in as well? Dill. So dill, sage, basically anything that's you know, got a heavy scent that is good to try to attract beneficial insects. That scent gets, you know, try to
it confuses them, then they don't know, like they don't know what they're smelling. So if they're going for a tomato and they smell basil or marigold, then they get confused, and
so they don't attack. Yeah, because they're like, oh, I don't like that plant.
Yeah. So they'll get confused, and then even though we have like all our tomatoes right in a row, like the different scents and everything will keep them from being completely decimated if there was an insect like
infestation or something.
Yeah.
Yep. And so right now, every day we're coming out and using a hose and just kind of spraying off the plants, especially the peppers at this stage of growth. Like, you know, we want to make sure that we're not getting any kind of aphid buildup and a lot of the new green growth. That's what they really like. So we basically, you know, these were outside, all the grow blocks, the grow bags were sitting outside, just moved them in. So basically we'll just water those. We're also putting in, I think, what like a bone meal fertilizer. So
yeah,
we are fertilizing them a bit.
We got bone meal, bud meal that go into all the bags. But yeah, it's really super important because the hydroponics, everything grows so quickly. They are very susceptible to aphids, and especially because we grew them inside and now we're taking them out to the hoop. They're not as strong as if you had like planted them outside to begin with. So a lot of that new growth is really susceptible to aphids. So we try to be very careful. And part of our, you know, pest control is just to come out here and spray them down with water, just plain old water every day. Gives them a little refresh, you know, that makes the stalks stronger by spraying them. And then, you know, just checking all the leaves every day for any signs of aphids or any ants or anything like that. And it just, you know, obviously they say that the best pesticide is the farmer's shadow. So just coming out here every day and having that as part of the routine just keeps the pest control more on a daily basis instead of leaving it to it becomes a problem.
Yeah, and we're at least like the irrigation for all the buckets is all on a timer, and that's automatic. But at least like we do try to come out here at least once a day, if not a couple times, just to check on everything and make sure that everything's running well. So yeah, but this is what it looks like. Hopefully we you know, we get the same type of experience inside the hoop with this system that we've had with companion planting outside over the last year, because that's been extremely working well. So all right, anything else you wanted to share about that, our hydroculture?
Another phrase.
Yep. All right, well, that's a good look. Let us know if you have any feedback or anything. We'd love to hear about it. Or if you're doing this in any of your hydroponic systems, would love to also hear about the experience and see how that's working out. Otherwise, we'll talk to y'all later. See ya.